When you read the Quran, you shall seek refuge in God, from Satan the rejected.
With the advent of the computer age, we discover that the Quran's mathematical code is one of the great miracles. The Quran's mathematical miracle is based on the number 19.
Absolutely. I swear by the moon, and the night as it passes, and the morning as it shines. This is one of the great miracles, a warning to the human race, for those among you who wish to advance or regress.
The Quran is characterized by a unique phenomenon never found in any human-authored book.
Over it is 19.
Every element of the Quran is mathematically precise. For instance, the Quran has 114 chapters, which is 19 times 6. Each chapter of the Quran contains a specific number of statements known as verses. For instance, Chapter 1, titled The Key, consists of 7 verses. Astonishingly, the total verses are 6,346, which equals 19 times 334. Let's search the word God in the Final Testament and see how many times it occurs. It appears exactly 2,698 times, a number that is a multiple of 19, yet another part of the mathematical miracle. Additionally, if we sum up the verse numbers where God is mentioned throughout the Quran, the total will be a multiple of 19. For example, in chapter 1, the word God appears in 2 verses. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, praise be to God, Lord of the universe. Let's note these verse numbers and move on to the other chapters. Chapter 2 has 286 verses. Let's find the verses in chapter 2 that contain the word God and add them to our count. By continuing this process through the entire Quran, we find that the total count is 118,123, which is a multiple of 19. This, one of the great miracles, provides the first physical evidence that the Quran is God's message to the world. No human beings could have kept track of 2,698 occurrences of the word God and the numbers of verses where they occur. The Quran's mathematical system is not limited to the word God. It is extremely vast, extremely intricate, and totally comprehensive. In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. Quran's first verse, known as Bismillah. It consists of 19 Arabic letters. Each word in this verse occurs in multiples of 19 throughout the Quran. The first word, name, occurs 19 times. The word God occurs 2,698 times, which is a multiple of 19. The next word, most gracious, occurs exactly 57 times, which equals 19 times 3. and the last word, most merciful, is mentioned 114 times, which is 19 times 6.
Over it is 19. We appointed angels to be guardians of hell, and we assigned their number 19. 1. To disturb the disbelievers. 2. To convince the Christians and Jews that this is a divine scripture. 3. To strengthen the faith of the faithful. 4. To remove all traces of doubt from the hearts of Christians, Jews, as well as the believers. And 5. To expose those who harbor doubt in their hearts and the disbelievers. They will say, "What did God mean by this allegory?" God thus sends astray whomever he wills and guides whomever he wills. None knows the soldiers of your Lord except he. This is a reminder for the people.
All God's scriptures, not only the Quran, were mathematically coded with the number 19. We now understand that the universal coding of God's creations with the number 19 rests in the fact that it is the geometrical value of the word one. In all the scriptural languages, Aramaic, Hebrew, and Arabic. When the Quran was revealed 14 centuries ago, the numbers known today did not exist. A universal system was used where the letters of the Arabic, Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek alphabets were used as numerals. The number assigned to each letter is its geometrical value. The Hebrew word for one is VAHD. In Arabic, the word for one is WAHD. They use the alphabet as numerals, for instance. The letter V represented the numeral 6. The letter A represented 1, and the letter H represented 8. Thus, each alphabet served dual purposes, as a letter and as a numeral. Additionally, the letter D represented 4. Consequently, when you add 6 plus 1 plus 8 plus 4, it equals 19. Therefore, the significance of the number 19 as the common denominator signifies that God is one, which is the fundamental message of the Quran. Do not worship except God. The number 19, therefore, proclaims the first commandment in all the scriptures, that there is only one God.
Hear, O Israel, the Lord, our God, is one God. Therefore, you shall adore the Lord, your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. Let us meditate on God, His glorious attributes. Who is the basis of everything in this universe as its creator? Who is fit to be worshipped as omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, and self-existent, conscious being? Who removes all ignorance and impurities from the mind, and purifies and sharpens our intellect.
While the miracles given to previous messengers were limited in time and place, the Quran's miracle is perpetual.
Absolutely, we have revealed the reminder, and absolutely we will preserve it.